know what? We're just starting. I am doing this all on my own. Oh, I'm drowning. Oh, God. Welcome in, everybody. It's me, Carl. Everybody's favorite Minecraft YouTuber, Twitch streamer. Whatever the frick I am. I don't know. This isn't good. I thought it was dawn. Yes, I do. I thought it was dawn, not whatever the frick this is. I knew I was going to do that, but, you know, it's fine. I'm sweeping. Yes, I am. Alright. Now all the bad people will die. Why is there ice here? Oh, don't path into the water. That'll be hard. Oh, he's surviving. Uh-oh. Don't come get me, you zombie punk. Oh no, he's coming. Ah, he's dead. Blech. Zombie is a playable character in Super Smash Bros. Friggin' spiders, why don't you be nice and be a deer and die? You know, when the sun comes up, like all the other friggin' monsters. Ba 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 ba. Oh, I put my shears away. There's shears in here. There are shears in here. I use plenty of honey from my house, so I should probably. Oh, come here. There's just something satisfying about watching them die. Potatoes. I thought I was like out of potatoes, and I'm like, bro, how did I run out of potatoes by just trying to replant the potatoes I dug up? I got curse of potatoing or something?
Hello?
Hello, how are you? Look, we
I
decided
seem to have.
show up.
Yeah. I forgot that I went to get dogs. And now I am very far away.
Wolves?
Yeah. And I have to walk back because they won't teleport if I fly.
Well, have fun.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of All the Mods.
Is that Mumbo
It's
Jumbo?
all Project.
I thought that was Sam for a second.
There we go.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to All the Mods, where
That was
I don't even.
very weird. I've never had a button on my laptop play YouTube before. While I'm in Minecraft, not even heading in the right direction south.
Luckily, it wasn't anything embarrassing.
I think I'm heading in the right direction.
Oh my God, there's a baby. The baby. What are you doing here, the baby?
A villager baby.
Yeah. I kind of, had him do the thing. Get in, baby. Get in the gosh barn minecart. Oh my God.
Oh my god.
My ears are broken.
Look who decided to join us. Damn!
Hello, can you hear me?
No.
Yeah.
Okay, good. Is
Carl, will
there a
you
weird, like,
type your coordinates in the chat so I know that I'm going in the right direction? Sorry.
real quick, is there like an echo
No.
from me?
No.
Okay.
I went very far from home to get these dogs.
There is a doot sound though. Ba-ba-ba-ba.
Okay, yeah. We need to head in this direction because I want to go positive in both directions. I am currently at negative 2,700. Oh, hello.
Oh my God, it's fizzing. The villager's fizzing.
The villagers are fizzing.
Yeah, he's
What'd you
fizzing.
feed your villagers? TNT?
Pumpkins.
Pump-
Potatoes.
Give him Pepsi Cola.
Yeah, he's all. Okay, now there's an echo.
I kind of forgot where my house was.
Yeah, yours is way out there.
Hi, Bailey.
Oh, they can hear you now
Oh,
if you speak.
yeah, that's fine. I just want to make sure they didn't hear me rustling.
Why are you upselling me, my guy? He's
Right.
he's upselling me only on pumpkins. This piker.
Upselling you on the one thing that you love.
He's like,
He
you
knows.
need to give me more pumpkins if you want emeralds. And I'm like, excuse me, I house you, okay? I feed you, I house you. At least I give you an adequate amount of food so you don't die.
Is the melon candy also for Allie?
You're the one who got the melon candy.
The melon
20
candy
wheat
was you.
for one
I grabbed the
emerald.
tomato candy for Allie because I thought it was smoky.
Yes.
And the Doritos for those Allie.
Dad.
Bro, why are they heartbreaking, man?
There's my house.
House!
Also, I hope your guys' Twitch streamers enjoy listening to me talk about what we're sending back to my family.
Nice. I got
I'm so excited to
5
have real Cheetos coming next week.
I got 4 farmers locked in with pumpkin trays.
Pumpkin farmers.
Only thing I'm not sure about is matcha Kit Kats.
Tell them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Cool.
My dad.
Your dad? Okay.
Wait.
Wait. Jamie, why do you have a periodic boop, boop,
What?
It's making a boop sound. Oh, now it's gone. Now it's there. There. Boop. 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 Well, you're not there.
I'm swimming. I'm a swimming. Swim, swim, swim.
Dude, why are they heartbreaking?
Ooh.
I don't.
Ooh.
You should make more little villagers.
Nice.
All right, I'm trying to think. Oh, I was gonna. Should I go? Should I go on an adventure, or should I build more?
Hmm.
Jajana Kimyana Borkin. Oh, I freaking farmed the honeycomb, but I didn't put them in the honeycomb box.
Carl, do you have like your mic settings turned down?
Yes. Oh my
You are
god.
very quiet.
Oh my god. Yes, I do. Oh my god. I was recording.
Okay, I need to turn you back down. I turned you all the way back up, all the way up.
For
I like how he even did the build up.
yeah, for whatever reason, my lav mic that I bought, it like loves to peak out if the audio is all the way up. But if I turn the audio down, like in my computer settings, and then just boost the audio when I'm editing, it sounds fine, which I don't understand at all.
How very strange.
How long do these kids take to grow up? Dude, why are they gouging me for pumpkins? Why do they want more pumpkins? I'm not allowed to exploit one trade.
5 minutes, I think. I forget what the wiki says.
I don't ever mess with villagers.
Why
Sam,
not?
you want to go search for a desert?
A desert?
Yeah, I haven't found one.
Sure thing. Let me make some food.
All right, I'm gonna need some
Cacti.
carrots. Cacti are cool. I can hear myself in Sam's echo voice.
Okay, I was gonna ask
Just a little bit.
who the echo was coming from. Let me.
Yeah, it's your thing was lighting up when my voice is coming.
Let's see, is that better? Or can you hear me?
Yeah, I don't think I can hear myself
real
again.
quiet, but
Okay.
I can turn you up. You got real quiet.
Let's turn up.
I can.
Heck yeah.
Here, is that better?
Up. No.
No, it's not any better.
You're working with a headset?
Yeah.
Weird.
But I think. Yeah, that should be the headset microphone.
Okay. Oh, I can still kind of. I need carrots. My house ain't orange enough.
Can you hear me okay now?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't see myself light up whenever you talk, Carl, so.
Testing. I can still kind of hear me. Whatever. We'll deal with it. I hate trying to
Say
mass
what the
plant
next
carrots or
update needs to fix. Dogs.
want to give dogs teleporting powers.
Yeah, I was like swimming in the ocean and I left them behind again.
Wolves.
Meow meow. Horsies! Horsies go nay
Here we go. Is that better?
I don't know. No, it's not, and you're also echoing your own voice. Oh no.
I think that might not be me. I don't know how this works.
Wait.
'Cause I can hear myself too.
Oh, well, everybody be quiet. I'll say something and then I'll watch. Testing. Okay, both of you lit up. But I think Jamie more. I don't know. I'm just a Carl. All right. Now you level up, Mr. Villager. And if you
I
don't
do.
give me what I want, I'll just kill you.
That seems reasonable. But yeah, I know this headset sometimes can be a little janky, and I don't know why. Cause some, is that my problem?
The regular headset, it likes to have Razer things installed.
It's very picky, don't you know?
It likes to only be managed by its own products.
Huh. I'll say, cause sometimes I use it, and some apps are perfectly fine, and then I use it on other things, and it has problems like this. Yeah.
Gaming device says, oh, it's a game? Must also run Razer to run game.
Let's see. Might need an axe on my adventure.
Sometimes I like to post things on Reddit to stir the pot.
Stir the pot.
Yeah, you know, like where they just like on the Dead by Daylight Reddit, I say things that I know people are gonna get upset about, that it's stupid, that they shouldn't be getting upset about, so I don't feel bad about it. This time, so for context, you know how like a killer can grab you, like if you're working on a generator or something. I don't know if you guys know this, but if you're working on a generator and the killer sneaks right up behind you and gets on your rear and they attack, they can just grab you right off the gen, boom, pick you up. Kind of like grabbing you out of a locker, right?
Yeah.
Well, you can also, right now, on live servers, you can also grab someone when they're, oh, this guy is not offering the thing that I want. Time to die. You can now, if you, whoop, just kind of like walk up to a survivor that's unhooking someone, you can grab them. So now there's this awkward thing where like if the killer and one survivor are next to a hooked survivor, like they just try to fake the grab so that they get hit by a normal attack, and then after they're hit by the normal attack, then they get the save while the killer is on cooldown. So like it's this kind of like frustrating stupid thing where it's like, okay, well, you're trying to bait them to hit you, because if you're not trying to unhook the survivor, then they'll just go for a normal hit automatically. But if you are trying to unhook the survivor, then you will get grabbed, and then yeah. So it's this stupid thing where you're trying to like bait the killer to swing, and it really depends on ping and stuff, and it's just stupid. So they're removing it. Like it's a good thing. Like it's objectively like a good thing that they're removing it. But then like some people are like, oh well, now the killers, they're not gonna have that's just, you're just nerfing killers. This is just a killer sided nerf, and that's it. I'm like, I don't care who it's nerfing or who it's buffing. It's removing a stupid thing from the game. That's the important part. So yeah, I made a post that said, you know, 1 year from now we're all gonna, you know, this is gonna be something we're all gonna be like telling our new friends who are playing, did you know that this used to be happen? That it used to be a thing that could happen? It was so stupid. and this has happened with like a lot of things. People complain about something and then it changes, and then people go, "Oh, this is universally like a good thing," and then no one complains about it anymore because it was stupid.
Well, and 9 times out of 10, I find that the people who are all like, "Well, that's stupid that they're removing that," are people who don't play the game, or and I don't mean to say this gatekeeping-y, it's people who are bad at the game and are mad that
Their
they
strats are
lack
removed.
skill. Yeah, I'm like, I'm with you. There are bigger fish to fry.
So yeah, I did that, and some people are like, "Well, it's just a killer's head in there." Luckily, it was well received by the community, by the overall thing. It's got a few hundred upvotes now. I'm like, haha, I'm right. That means I'm right. No, no,
Yeah.
objectively,
Universal law.
I got more upvotes on the internet. So how does one remove a minecart from around a villager without hurting the villager?
F3B.
What?
F3B will show the hitboxes. And then you very carefully aim with an axe.
Alright. Let's see if I cannot die. I'm gonna get so lost.
Is that your spawn?
I did. But I'm swimming out. I'm going into the sunset.
I'm swimming out.
I'm looking for a desert,
Mm-hmm.
just for sand, or...
Cacti. You bring me a single cactus, I will be happy.
Alright.
If it's in a relationship, well, that's upsetting.
I don't care about that. I'm a home wrecker.
There
Wow.
are more fish in the sea.
I'm a home wrecker.
Your
Bailey.
wife says, "Huh?"
I set the stones early in your relationship. Previous relationship. Yeah, 8th grade. Gotta start him young.
Oh my God. Stop.
Hang on, wait. I'm talking about myself, son.
Stop.
We can't take you anywhere.
Jesus Christ.
What I just said.
So on a completely different subject, I have officially purchased and have in my possession all of the tickets and reservations for my summer trip.
Woo!
Nice.
So I'm happy.
I'm already lost. I stopped to look at an abandoned boat in the water. I don't know, just pieces of wood.
Oh, that's a sunken ship. There'll be a treasure chest inside of that boy.
Yeah, I don't have enough water tools to deal with that. Yeah, I owe Zach some money and then I'll be completely debt free.
You said F3B?
F3B. Yep. At the same time.
It didn't work. Oh my God.
Did you press FN, F3, FB?
Well, no, I can see him. God dang it! But I
Oh.
still aimed at the what I thought was a proper place.
Okay. I was like, I literally just tested it myself. I'm like, it works! It must be a carbon-based error.
No, I didn't. But it's just I made sure to hit. My crosshair was on. Not this punk. Okay, you have the pumpkin trade, so you're okay in my eyes.
Why don't
Oh no, I don't want to go that way. That looks like one of those.
all for these dogs? I could have been home by now.
see sand. Oh, I see dirt.
I feel like such like a I don't know, like privileged individual. They're like, "Oh, where are you going for summer vacation?" And I'm like, "Well, I'm going to Kagoshima City and Kobe and Osaka and Yokohama and Tokyo." And that's it. For 3 weeks. That's it.
For 3 weeks. Yeah.
For the,
Just 3 weeks.
that's all.
And they're like,
It's not a big deal.
"What are they paying you ALTs?" I'm like, "Well, a lot, but like I also now don't leave my house." So,
Yeah, he never spends his money.
Yeah, I have a few friends who also do that and like don't spend their money, and they're all like, "Yeah, they're like, I have this much money saved up," and I'm like, "You guys have a savings account?"
I know, right?
I bought a credit card. I applied for a credit card successfully. That was way harder than it needed to be.
That.
I got a
Mine
D point
was-
card gold.
Mine was too easy.
Yeah,
I feel like I
ours
did
was
something
surprising.
wrong.
I did get something from Rakuten in the mail, and I think it's probably my bill, considering I don't have my bank account set up with it. 'Cause that's the whole struggle.
Mine's through Docomo, so it's just included with my bill, and my bill is automatically paid. So I was like, so I literally cannot.
That's
I was like, as long as I have money in my bank account, I literally cannot not pay this. And they're like, yeah.
That
Yeah,
is that is
that's
very
what
nice.
mine should get to be like eventually.
Yeah.
It's whenever they decide to approve my bank information. Lord knows when that's gonna be. Oh, is this a desert? I'm playing the old-fashioned way where I'm just using my eyeballs.
Your eyeball. No F3 for Sam.
No.
Baby Mugao!
All right, so I
Hi, baby Moo Cow.
think I'm just need 3 more farmers to fill up this hall.
Oink, oink.
And then one of them's a baby that's already in place.
Baby.
I just need to confirm if, you know, the baby's worth, you know, anything to me. If not, I just... Oh, why are you no broken hearts? No broken hearts. No, 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 no. Make more babies. Make more babies.
Poor villagers.
I need more babbies. Why do I have to turn down the master volume to 1% to make it an appropriate volume compared to you guys?
Dude, Minecraft volume is insane. I don't know what logic they use, but it's not acceptable. Sometimes I feel like 0% is too loud.
Bruh, when you go up to the gold farm, turn your friendly entities all the way down because you will be completely and totally deafened by 232 minecarts.
That's insane.
All rolling. Ooh, I'm finally in the positives and areas. Only 2,000 more blocks to go. Oh yeah, so Carl.
Hello,
Tuesdays
Darkfire Dragon. Welcome in.
Are now
What?
days for my half marathon training.
Oh, wait. Wait, hold on. I pressed the M button, but that also deafened me? What?
That's strange.
No, I just actually pressed M and N together. Doing well, thank you. How are you? So yeah, what is your training for half marathons? What? When? Tuesday.
Tuesdays is strength training and also easy run day. So I I'm not real sure how moving strength training to a different day is going to compare because I literally paid somebody
Yeah.
to make me this plan. I paid a professional to do it for me because I want to get a PR.
A personal record.
Yeah,
I was trying to make something
record.
funny, but I failed.
Sorry, we can't all have our funny moments all the
But yeah, 'cause
Ah.
I got. Well, for one, we probably won't have to worry about this too much because I'm gonna go on a vacation soon here. But
That's very true.
yeah, lovely kendo is Monday, Wednesday, Friday. But yeah,
Okay, well, I no longer have Thursdays blocked anymore because my D&D group has ended on that Thursday.
but
Sucks.
for next no, this week I have something Thursday. So next week.
Next week,
Oh,
I am
thank
in
you for the
Tokyo.
follow, Darkfire Dragon.
Oh yeah, Darwin.
Huh?
But what?
Sorry,
I got a
I
follower.
got walked into a
Yay. But yeah, let's see. Thursday is my like. I don't want to be like, oh, it's my talk to my friend day. But yeah, it's like the one time I catch up with, or have the ability to catch up with this one friend. So like, if it was every Thursday,
I see.
yeah. And of course, next week I definitely want to catch her because that's gonna be the last time for 3 weeks. Schedules. When's this marathon?
September.
Actually, that's yeah. I was gonna say. So I'm gonna be like over half of August. I'm gonna be out. So like, if worse comes to worse, we just have to cancel for like 3 weeks extra. I don't know. Yeah. Hmm. Weekends wa shumatsu wa.
I mean,
How
I
about
don't
how about
have
4 a.m. on the what's no.
no. Bad enough getting up
I
at
got
5
you,
on the
Darkfire.
weekday to go for a run.
Sorry for the scheduling issues here. But yeah. So Mondays kendo, Tuesdays the problem. Wednesday is kendo, Thursday is talk with friend, Friday is kendo. God dang.
We're very busy humans.
Yeah.
Lots of kendo practice.
Yeah.
He likes his smacky smack with the stick. Straight. Oh.
We're gonna go watch kendo sometime this week.
Yeah.
And we'll see.
You'll have to ask me what's up. I'm gonna be honest, I don't know what's going on half the time. When I went to my first kendo tournament and I just watched. So I watched them smack each other with the sticks, and I was like, what just happened? Like I was like, oh wow, that was a nice point, and then the judges are like, well, no point, and I'm like, what? And then I was like, oh man, that was pretty good, but no point there. And then the judges are like, yep, that's a point, and I'm like, what the heck?
They're like, yep, that's actually a double point. And you're like, huh?
Hey, you cannot do that actually, but yeah. I was like, I don't even know. I looked at the wrong place.
Today, in a sudden turn of events, our superintendent announced he was retiring,
Oh.
which took me by surprise because
You a big
it
fan of
wasn't
Minecraft,
like
Darkfire Dragon?
I'll be retiring like at the end of the year. It's you have
Bye.
here's this 2 weeks notice. Yeah.
Oh damn.
But yeah.
Yeah,
I was
dang.
Like, oh, I was like,
Would have been nice to know this a
okay.
little bit in advance, but whatever. We roll with the punches, I guess.
Yeah. But Bailey and I were talking about how it's funny how different it is, like culture wise, because some people in America, like whenever they're retiring, like that year. Like our secretary at the beginning of the year was like, yeah, I'm retiring this year. So she was like, you know, this is your last year with me. Hope you guys enjoy it. And she was telling everyone.
This guy's just like, yeah,
Yeah,
I think
They
I'm
don't
done.
really tell people like early
Yeah.
on.
yeah.
Like
So,
even when the teachers are being like transferred and they know months in advance, they won't tell the students.
yeah, which like telling the students, I understand.
I kind of don't. Like, just tell the dang kids.
Well, like I get not telling them like early in the year, right? Because like you still want to be able to like build a like have them build more trust with you, build that
Before you break it.
engagement. Yeah, but oh, I love it whenever get to watch lava spawn in. That was cool.
Oh,
A lovely little gigantic jungle biome. No, my words were not forming. That is a cute sticker. Bailey has downloaded the game Sticky Business.
oh, I've heard about that.
Yeah.
I've heard it's the new Power Watch Simulator or whatever.
Yeah, but this game's
Addicting in its
cheaper.
simplicity.
Uh, yeah, it's only $9 because it's on sale right now.
I have been looking into the process of trying to get 1.20 onto this world.
Get some cherry blossoms, man.
Yeah, so if I had set a world border when I created this world, it would have been super simple.
You just extend the world border and make the new world outside of it.
Yeah, everything outside of the world border would be 1.20 spawn in and it'd be easy. But since I didn't set a world border and we've gone so far from span, it's a little more complicated. So I'm still working on understanding the process of how to do it. From what I have been reading, it is possible.
It's,
But it also took me 2 days to get one mod on. Is that a dog over there?
oh my god, you just freaking peaked your microphone. That was god awful.
I'm sorry.
Oh.
Doggo? Are you a tame doggo? You're not a tame doggo. I have like 1,000 blocks from home and there is a dog over here. Okay. Fine. Everything's fine. I'm out of bones, so there's nothing I can do about that.
Everything's great. Everything's grand. I got the whole wide world in the palm of my hand. Everything's perfect. No? Anybody know where that's from?
Nope.
No, I thought you were going for the Lego movie, and then you took a turn.
Not everything's awesome. It's the Muppets. It was a Muppets movie.
Oh, okay.
I don't think I've seen a single Muppets movie. What the heck? Bird?
I apparently watched the new Muppets movie with one of my friends, but I have no memory of it. So
I've got everything that I need right in front of me. Is a banger, I think. I'm level 40, guys. That means I'm good at the game, right?
Whoa! If
Yeah.
only that meant anything.
if only I couldn't come over and just steal that. instead.
I see Bailey's house! Huzzah! Oh, it's so nice to be home.
Is that an emerald?
What?
Found an emerald on my quest for cactus.
The other green stuff? Bro, why are they not happy about each other? They're in love. They just don't know it yet.
Big stuff. Yeah.
It's like Shrek 4. You love me, you just don't know it yet. Ah. What are you doing in my swamp?
Like Shrek is a like timeless classic. Beautiful.
I'm an ogre. You want to come say hi in my house?
I don't think I'm ever gonna see home again.
I
I
plan-
might have to live
plan
out
to.
here. I don't know where I'm at.
Flies to Sam, and he's only like 500 blocks away.
Yeah, probable.
Are you at home, Carl?
Yes.
Okay, I fly. Ah! Okay.
Did you just faceplant?
No.
No. No.
I did not place thing. You know, I just realized instead of going the long way around, I could have put on my frost boots and walked across the ocean. I know. Huh. 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 Huh.
Yeah, he trades for pumpkins. He's my best friend.
Waves. Waves. Alright, Sam, where you at? Pop those coordinates in chat.
Sorry. Oh my god, why do they have to ruin F3? I swear.
Why is take a screenshot next to F3?
My screenshot folder is probably some of the dumbest crap because of that.
It used to be so simple. It was just the coordinates. And now I've got an entire JavaScript on my screen.
Oh, you actually did wander quite far away.
I hopped in a boat and went one direction.
One Direction. My favorite band.
Yeah, same.
The way that you... They were popular, what, when I was in frickin' middle school?
Yeah, I'm gonna say middle and high school. I'll never forget the day they broke up. Cause
A lot of people crying.
a girl. Yeah, yeah. Well, a lot of people crying. One girl literally like she had to go to like a teacher's room and just spent the whole day there because she couldn't get herself under control.
Who
There was
broke
one
up?
One Direction. The band.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. There was another girl who, while we were in class, found out the news and started crying and was in a different class and crawled. They had like a sliding door in between these two classes. No one knows why. It's the only set of classrooms that had this sliding door at Fletcher's room.
Oh god, yeah.
Yeah, and she pushed the door open, crawled up the one teacher's bookshelf, crawled through the window, down the other bookshelf, so she could be comforted by her favorite teacher.
I think
Which
she has
is
issues that need to be worked out
uh-huh.
with a professional.
Yeah.
Professional working out her.
Pretty sure that's what the teacher said too.
You need Jesus.
Yeah. I don't even think Jesus could help at that point.
Oh, damn.
Dang.
Where's my electric?
Berries?
Berries. The sweetest of berries. Pumpkins.
I got those. You do not
I know
need
you do.
any of them. I have us all covered.
Omega 3000. Halfway. Well, not halfway because I was in positive, not in negative. Still a ways to go. A jungle.
Make a baby.
Oh,
Yay! They are feeding.
I told them. Marga the babies.
Is that what they're calling it now?
What? No! Why the broken hearts? Why? I work so hard to put bread on the table or, the floor for them.
Maybe that's why they have broken hearts. Maybe they want a table.
Someone commented on my Reddit
You wanna be
post. They're
treated like
they're mad about
people?
my what? Oh yeah. Like people? No, they're villagers.
Crap, holy, I
One
about ran into a sheer cliff mountain.
one person, Thick Boy 360 said, there are people mad about this change. What drugs are they using?
Factual. Oh, is that the ocean I see?
I'm
Nope,
close,
just a lake.
Sam.
To me?
Yeah.
Not for long.
Well, I have Elytra. Are you in a boat or are you walking?
I'm in a boat now. And don't ask me what direction I've been in, because I went through a forest, so I've got no clue.
Oh God, Sam. I was heading in the same direction and I don't know if I'm close anymore. What are your coordinates now? Oh, oh my God, you're really sweet, baby. Oh, you're so cute. I love you so much. Oh yeah, you are. You went a little ways away. But you're still going in the same direction. Okay, cool. I'm coming, Sam.
You'll never find me.
Tree. I'm gonna need to stop to get more
Is
rockets.
this the ocean? Or just a really big lake?
What's the difference? Salt?
A little.
Shiomizu.
Oh, some Shio ramen sounds good.
I'm going to get some ramen this Saturday. I was invited to one of my kendo senseis to come buy his
You're
ramen.
somewhere around here.
Ramen. Ichiraku ramen.
You see trees on fire, Samuel?
I did see that.
Okay.
Trees on fire?
Yeah, there was some lava. Some
Naruhodo.
trees burned.
I couldn't have got too far on foot.
Is this a waterfall?
Oh, I'm gonna have to stop. More rockets.
A big hole. I'm gonna have to go around it.
Could I light this mangrove jungle on fire?
Do it.
Nah. I kind of like being Shrek in the swamp here.
Ah!
What are you doing in my swamp? I'm on top of the world.
I'm on top of the world. That's a song, but I don't know the rest of the
I'm on
lyrics.
top of the world. Hey. I'm on top of the world. Hey. That one?
Yeah.
Yeah, Imagine Dragon.
They're not that. I don't really have opinions on music, but I don't. For some reason, I don't really like them.
I like
Really,
them.
I was gonna say it's like they're one of the few bands where I
They did the
whenever I see
Thunder
them,
song. That's why I don't like them. The Lightning and the Thunder song.
Thunder song.
Yeah, Thunder's not very good.
It's a horror. Like
Their
it just
older music
says the
was
same
better.
thing. They did Nintendo's first ever Super Bowl commercial. They did some song. They did Believer. It was a Breath of the Wild commercial, and it worked okay. I thought.
Dang, that was Nintendo's first Super Bowl
Yeah.
commercial?
Yep, the
Where are
2017 Super Bowl or whatever.
Dang. Wait, hang on. Did that mean Pokemon had a Super Bowl commercial before Nintendo?
Probably. Pokemon delinquent. It made me so sad when I was watching like the Nintendo Direct with my not yet girlfriend way back when, and they were doing like the DLC. They're announcing the DLC for the new Pokemon games, and I was like, God, this is so nostalgic, but at the same time, it's like, I don't know. I feel like it just grew up and left me behind, or I grew up and left it behind, or something.
Yeah. I will definitely admit, Scarlet and Violet is not my favorite.
It's probably the worst game they've ever created.
Yeah, it's really rough. There are children in this little hut.
Like bugs aside, like the actual like experience and whatnot is not good, or
Yeah, I haven't enjoyed it. The open world aspect.
There's almost
is
too much
nice.
going on.
Yeah, but there's too much going on, and also I don't like the battle system,
what's
especially.
the third type terrestrialization or whatever.
No, I don't mind that. I mean, it's a whole lot of learning that I've got to do. But they just don't look as cool. Like in Sword and Shield, Dynamax moves aside, just the animations were really unique and really cool. And I feel like you lost a lot of that in the open world aspect, and I'm just not a huge fan.
It needed a lot more time.
So
Yeah.
my analogy for what Pokemon is, it's like if you have like your next door neighbor and they're your next door neighbor and they're your best friend because just the fact of it's your next door neighbor and they're the same age as you, like naturally, and they're kind of not they're not an awesome person maybe, but like your kids, so it's whatever. So you have other friends too, but as you grow up, your other friends like mature and they grow up, and they get they get better. But then that one like best friend just kind of stays in mediocrity and never, kind of peaks in middle school type deal and never grows up fully. But like they're your best friend from since forever. So like you just kind of, even though you're not like maybe besties anymore, you still have like a soft spot. That's me in Pokemon right now.
Yeah, that's me with Scarlet and Violet. I still play the other games a lot. Tonight I was debating on if I wanted to continue my playthrough of Pokemon Black again or join Minecraft. But then I was like, well, I can play Pokemon whenever. I mean, huh?
Sorry. There was a baby zombie that growled in my ear.
Yeah, I'm naked and afraid right now.
I'm sleeping. I was like clicked on the bed. You cannot sleep now. There are monsters nearby. Grrr! Literally in that exact like boom 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 sequence. I was like, oh god.
Yeah, it's just like you look at like, or if I look at other game series that I love, like Zelda or Mario or like these other like, I mean, mostly Nintendo stuff, but like these other game series that like I've been playing for a long time, of the ones that like survive to this day, most of them are like have continued to raise the bar for themselves. But Pokemon's just kind of done the same like crap and like, well, it's Pokemon. It's the characters you know and love, so you're gonna buy it and you're gonna play it and you're gonna like it no matter what it is. And it's just kind of like, okay, well,
Yeah.
all right.
But I really liked Sword and Shield. Um, and I really liked having the wild area. So it wasn't fully open world, but there was, like it was more like a Monster Hunter esque, right? Where you get to choose to go into the map area or whatever. And I think that just works better for a game like Pokemon. And I would even, I mean, I don't play much Monster Hunter, so, um,
Monster Hunter's one that kept getting better. Or like I didn't
yeah,
play it when I was younger, but like I played it at like Generations, and then to Rise where they like completely overhauled everything to make it like much more streamlined, and I was like, wow, look, they're not just sticking on the same old because it's the same old. But yeah, I don't
yeah.
know.
And I think that's what Pokemon needs to do.
Yeah,
Um, like,
because there's a lot of things game design wise that's kind of baffling to me, like how like outdated, like the tutorial system of like explaining what the heck moves do and status conditions do. Like you look at like Pokemon Mystery Dungeon, and if a description says like will burn you know, the opponent, like you can just like click right there and it'll say burned, the burn status condition, and it'll tell you exactly what it does. But like how many people that have played Pokemon for X amount of hours don't know that burn halves your attack or whatever, like halves your physical attack,
yeah,
you know?
yeah,
Because it just doesn't tell you that ever. And
Wait,
like,
it
yeah,
has. Wait, are we talking about Pokemon or
yes,
Monster
yep,
Hunter?
Pokemon.
Pokemon,
Oh, it does.
Exactly.
yep,
Exactly.
yeah. Which
I
some
just
of
thought
that,
you took damage each turn.
yeah,
Yeah, so that's how
some
it's
of
different than
that
poison.
is, yeah. So it's hidden in
Ah.
the for lack of a better term, the lore. Typically, someone in like the trainer school or a random other town will say something like that, which
Bad game
is
design.
kind of cool. But like, yeah, but at the same
This
time,
is kind of
it's
necessary. Yeah.
yeah, it's cool the first time Burns introduced, and you're like trying to figure out like, like it was cool way back in like Ruby and Sapphire. Now, I agree with you. Like, competitive gameplay is a big driver for Pokemon, and they're making a lot of steps forward in improving the competitive scene. But at the same time, I feel like they keep taking a few steps back
Well,
with accessibility, such as like that. Um,
because I think the problem is they're like, okay, why even bother? Because if you're not interested in like competitive, then it doesn't even like you might not even notice it because like it's just kind of hidden in there. So like whatever. But if you're interested in competitive, you already know that. You know,
yeah,
like
that's also true.
um, yeah, and it's just like things like that frustrate me. Like move descriptions are horrible. Stat raising, right? Sharply raises your attack. Okay, what does that mean though? Oh,
So
oh,
that
plus
one is
100%.
nice
Okay.
for yeah, that one is in what was it? Sun and Moon. They finally introduced where you can see the stat raises, and that is very nice. So like Sharply is by two stages, so you can see okay, one, two. It doesn't tell you the percentage,
That's
which
problem. Yeah.
personally I like that because I'm just a visual person, and whenever you start introducing more numbers that I got to remember,
But like that should be a readily available information. That's the problem. And it's not. Like
okay, I see what you're saying.
even if it doesn't display on screen, oh, your attack is raised by 150%. Like the fact that
Yeah,
oh, your attack is raised by 2 cuz you like buy the freaking guidebooks and it says raises your attack by 1. And I'm like, "But my attack is 150 and now it's 151." That doesn't mean anything. Like yeah, obviously that's wrong
yeah,
because it's
okay,
not. Yeah. So like
yeah, I see what you're saying.
Yeah, I'm I 100% understand when a game doesn't want to display all of the percentages and stat and mathematical formulas that figure out how the game calculates damage. But like those things should be relatively accessible by the player should they want it from a game design
somewhere.
perspective. Yeah.
I can see that. Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, cuz like IVs as well, like if you would have to like talk to a guy and ask him what the IVs of your Pokemon were, and then he would just kind of say something archaic like, "This guy's attack is the best it can be," and you're like, "Okay, what does that mean?" Oh, there's a hidden, value from 0 to 31 in every single one of my
Yeah.
Pokemon stats. Yeah, it's like crazy.
Which that they have vastly
Yeah,
improved on, which is very, very nice because I agree. They've been in the game almost since
like the beginning. Yeah.
yeah,
Like
and
some was it the beginning? In some form, I think it has been in the game
Red
in
and
some form from the
Blue,
beginning.
yeah, Red and Blue had it in some form, but it was way more arbitrary and completely random and BS. And then Gold and Silver, I think definitely had it because that's how shiny Pokemon are kind of determined, or how they used to be determined.
Yeah, now it's independent.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just remember like, okay, well, if I want to get into competitive, I'm gonna need to do all this like baloney about breeding. And I was like, how is anybody supposed to know that if you give them a power anklet, then it will save their IV? Like what? Their speed
Yeah,
IV.
so that a YouTuber I watched for a little bit actually did a whole little video on that, talking about how he does not blame, he doesn't promote the hacking and the genning, but he does not blame people for doing it in
Yeah.
the older games, especially because he was like, I just want to see to make the world champion team from Black and White. He was like, what would I have to do? And it literally took him,
Yeah, it's gonna take you weeks.
I think, yeah, I think it took him 40 hours of gameplay or something, like more than that or
Probably
something.
more than
It was
yeah.
yeah. And it even had, multiple games because I think it had one of the Pokemon had an egg move. So, he was like, if you're by yourself doing this, he was like, this is how long it would probably take you. And I was like, yeah, I was like, that's 100% very true.
Yep.
Now, I don't think there's any reason to gen Pokemon other than just,
Well, now there's just items that you can literally give them to raise their IV caps, right?
like,
To
yeah.
fix it. That's at first I was one of the gatekeeping bros. I was like, you mean all this work that I've done before? It's just like you don't need to do that anymore. But now I'm like, okay, that's stupid. I'm
Yeah,
so
see,
glad.
I didn't understand that from the beginning. People being like, wait, so you mean like my hard work? I was like, you want to do that again?
Exactly.
Like,
That's what I was like. Oh wait, I'm
no.
a stupid 13-year-old. Maybe I should.
Yeah, yeah. Like, I agree, it sucks that I had to do it for that Pokemon, but I'm glad that I don't have to do it for my Rowlet now. Like, there are new Pokemon that I've got to raise up now. Like, I don't have to do that for them anymore. I can get into battling.
Yeah, because the biggest thing with Stink was like, okay, you wanted to try a team out, and you're like, okay, well, how much effort do I want to put in, like, breeding good Pokemon just so I can try it and be like, I don't like this team.
I don't like it. Yeah. Which is why Showdown is a very helpful tool, but that's also I was never a huge fan of Showdown
On the
just
fringe
because
of
I was like,
legality, right? Yeah.
yeah. Oh, it definitely only exists because Pokemon knows that if they took it down, they would lose a major bit of their fan base. Um, I mean, I think all of anyone who is competing at Worlds spends a lot of time in Pokemon Showdown. So if they got rid of that, I think 90% of them would stop playing the game. Like YouTubers I know, um, are always like, yeah, we just he was like, I practice with this team on Showdown, and then I make content about it because he's like, he doesn't want to make a YouTube video of a team that is boring to play or that sucks.
Yeah,
That's
do
not
some
gonna get him
labbing,
views and clicks.
test it
Yeah.
out. Yeah. Yeah, it was just there was just so much that went in. I remember I remember the moment that I decided, wow, I can't do competitive Pokemon. This is out of my league. It was St. Louis, Missouri.
Oh,
Yeah, I think it was.
did you go to a regionals?
I went to a regionals for X and Y, I believe.
I think that's whenever the first one was for Missouri, was around that time.
But yeah, I went and I had a team with an Aerodactyl and a Garchomp. And, I took this team and I did wonderful things with it in the Battle Subway. Battle Subway, Battle Tower, what the frick was X and Y?
I think it was the Battle Mansion.
Battle Mansion. Whatever.
Yeah. Fucks.
So what I would do was I would send out Aerodactyl and Garchomp, and I would Mega Evolve Garchomp, and I would have it use Earthquake, and Aerodactyl would use Rock Slide. Lovely little bread and butter. Classics.
Yeah.
Earthquake would not affect Aerodactyl, of course. Aerodactyl had like a King's Rock or whatever, I think, maybe to promote flinching. I think so. If it worked with a King's Rock. King's Rock is direct attack or physical attacks? I can't remember. Is Rock Slide a direct attack?
It's not used very often, so.
Yeah. Either way, that's the thing. Oh no, Jamie.
It's okay.
Okay.
My Elytra ran out of durability, so I stuck everything in my Hujima Whatsamajig and was like, yep. Onward, James!
If you want to like take some pumpkins and trade them to my my whatchamacallits, my villagers.
Your Hujima Whatsamajigger?
Get some.
For a second there, I thought you spelled that wrong, and I thought you wrote defiantly vegan instead of definitely vegan.
But yeah, so that was my strategy. I don't even remember what my other Pokemon were. They weren't important, but that was kind of the idea.
The idea, yeah.
But so what happened was in the battle, whatever. If I saw a Jolteon, the Jolteon would attempt to use Thunderbolt on my Aerodactyl and knock it out in one hit. And then I would be hosed. So what I would do is whenever I saw a Jolteon, I would just protect with Aerodactyl and use Earthquake with Garchomp and take it out one hit, and that'd be fine. So what I did was I did that. I saw someone set out a Jolteon. I said, okay, well, easy clap here. And then it uses freaking Hidden Power, which happens to be whatever 80 power Ice type on my Garchomp, which is doubly super effective, which obviously knocks it out in one hit. And then my Aerodactyl is protecting like an idiot. So I'm just objectively down a Pokemon, and that's it. Like, that round just made me down a Pokemon. And I was like, I don't remember if it was to him, like to my opponent after the match, or if I was talking to someone else, and I'm like, yeah, that stinks. You just happen to have a nice counter to my strategy there. And he was like, what do you mean? Having 80 power hidden power on Jolteon is like the best choice or whatever. It's like one of the best moves.
Yeah, that's pretty standard. Yeah.
And I was like, what? How was I supposed to know that? How was I supposed? I was supposed to be going on forums, and I was supposed to be, but I didn't. Literally all of the things that I did for competitive Pokemon was only for myself. I looked up IVs and stuff of like how to breed and whatever, but I didn't look up strategies. I didn't like talk to people on forums. I didn't do anything like that. I didn't study so I at that point I was like, this is just not something that I can do.
Yeah, and it doesn't help that you went to a regionals, which is like very competitive.
Yeah.
Like if you went to like a local tournament, you probably would have done actually decently well. Your strategy is not it's not a bad strategy. It's a like a
It's a
decent
solid strategy,
but
right? It's not going to be amazing.
yeah, like it's pretty solid. Like, but it's also pretty basic.
Yeah,
So it's very as you found out, it's very easy to counter.
easy to call out,
Um,
and yeah,
yeah, easy, very predictable. Um, but yeah, um, but I agree. Like, it's hard for people to get into it, especially way back then, because there weren't that many good content creators that
yeah.
would showcase teams and showcase them well. Um, because trust me, I tried looking and there weren't. That wasn't that great.
Well, I didn't watch YouTube back then because I think that was like I was still living at home and my internet was limited,
Yeah.
and so like I couldn't really watch
Yeah.
videos. So like I just,
Mm,
yeah, it was just things like my brother had, been in the game, and honestly, like he's someone that if he had stuck to it, I believe he actually like legitimately, if he picked the competitive game and stuck to it, like I think he like actually could be like a world contender. Like I'm not even kidding. Um,
Yeah. No, I have a friend who's like that.
but he's just like not
Actually,
interested because he's like, oh, all this like stupid stuff, you know. Because he had the exact same problem where he was good. It's just, um, just not having the knowledge of like, oh, you should have known that. Because I remember what happened with him of like he used Iron Head on a Gengar and with his Registeel and Gengar used Destiny Bond. And I was like, oh, that's unlucky. And someone was like, no, it wasn't unlucky. He should have known that was going to happen. And I was like, oh,
yeah.
yeah, because Gengars always have Destiny Bond and do that. Like, it's like, what? What do you mean they always?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. As someone who I went to a lot of local tournaments, so um, I also learned through trial and error. Um, and it is crazy to be like the game takes a lot of predicting. And actually with the Terra types, right? So they can change their type now. A lot of people have called for open team sheets. So you get your opponent's team and you know everything. Like you know the items, the moves. I think they leave the I can't remember if
That
they
sounds whack.
leave the Terra types on or not. Yeah, and at first I was like, well, that sounds
Like you're taking
dumb,
an entire like portion of the
like aspect away. Yeah,
yeah.
but then people were like, but with Terra types, I think the Terra types might still be left a mystery. Um, but I was like, that's like it, but it changes the battles though too, right? Because now that you know, like, oh, this Pokemon has Fake Out, like, so one of my Pokemon is probably going to flinch. Well, I mean, you still, like, have to try and predict what they're going to do, and
Who they're gonna
that's the
target
part of the
instead
game
of
that I
well.
always, yeah,
Yeah.
that's the part that I struggle with the most is, like, how do I predict what they're going to predict, and, yeah. Alright.
That and I just wasn't good from this.
Too far away from home.
Yeah, I remember someone else saying I was like, "Ah, yeah, that stinks," and he was like, "Why did you just switch your Greninja out? Like he was clearly in a horrible place." And I was like, "Oh, because I didn't think about that."
Yeah, and that's so. I don't know if it's gotten any better because I have played competitive during COVID, but it was online. But I haven't really talked to anyone about competitive play really since COVID started. So that's like 3 years now. It was very toxic back in the day. Whenever I would play competitively, like often, I remember one time, a streamer, like, so they would stream the tournaments, like our
Yeah.
small local tournaments.
Yeah, of course.
And I liked that it was streamed. I thought that was cool. But I didn't like the guy that would do the streaming because he was not very nice sometimes. He would often like he would choose his friends because him and his friends were good at the game. And obviously you want good matches to go onto the stream. That makes sense. did not have a problem with that. The problem I had is that he would openly, like, I don't think he realized that other people were around him that weren't his two friends. And so he would often be all like, okay, well, let's see. And one of my favorite moments is this guy was looking at the sheets and was like, John, you're fighting Sam Culver? He was like, ugh, I don't know who that is. You can fight him. It's probably okay. And you want to know what I did? On live.
You sniped him?
No, because we were like facing each other. Like, my DS was connected to the live stream, right?
Gotcha.
And like we can't see it or anything. No, but I 4-0'd him because this guy was using a special strategy that I actually also liked to use. So I knew its weakness, and I completely wiped it. He did not knock out a single one of my Pokemon, and he lost. And had to go downstairs, and his friends were all like, "Oh, so how they were like, "Oh, did you beat him? How badly did you beat him?" And he went, "He 4-0'd me." And they were all like,
Oops.
"What?" I was like,
Oops.
"Damn right." I was like, "You sons of bitches." I like to go back and watch the stream sometimes, because it wasn't my peak, but it was a good moment. Because the streamers, the voice casters, were also part of their gang, so they would always hype up their friends, as you do, and they were cracking jokes on me the whole time, and then they're all like, "Oh, he's actually beating our friend to a pulp," and I was like, "Yes, yes, I am." And I was very glad to beat this guy to a pulp, because this is the same guy who fought against a 8-year-old, 5-year-old, very young child. And as a 23-year-old, he got mad and slammed his fists on the table and had tears in his eyes because a 8-year-old predicted his move and beat him.
Yeah, I'm always hesitant to be like to someone's passion of like, oh, you're taking this too seriously, but like some people definitely were. I'm like,
so there is a like, is it serious? Sometimes yes. However, you should not be raging while fighting an 8-year-old in a game store in Independence, Missouri.
that's the long and short of
Okay.
it now, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's all it comes down to.
I could get that reaction if, say, he was at Worlds, right?
In the
And
semifinals,
yeah, like in the semifinals, and he got like crit flinched or something, right? Like a literal game-ending thing, like that. I would be mad, right? Or if you're in the comfort of your home, yell as loud as you want.
Don't scare the poor kid.
Yeah, like don't scare an 8-year-old who's just there just to have fun. Like this is an actual child, and he was a college attending adult. Like, and not even like like I could get it, like maybe if it was someone, I don't know.
His arch rival, who'd been
Yeah,
training
like-
for years to beat.
Yeah, like
Avenge his
there
family.
there was no reason for that reaction, especially whenever you're gonna gatekeep and bully other people for not being good at the game, like just because they don't know as much as you do.
Yeah.
You know.
Luckily at regionals, I didn't face. Yeah, I don't think I had any toxicity. Like all my opponents were nice and helpful. They were competitive, but they were kind. They weren't mean about it. I don't think I fit. Yeah, I'm trying to think. I don't think I faced a certain person, a single person that was like, well, better luck next time.
Yeah. Well,
This
and
is good.
whenever I ask this in a nice way, as someone who also spent a lot of time there. Were you on the bottom tables, like losing a lot?
Yeah. Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
That's the
those
other thing.
people are
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah. So those are the people that I would always talk to because I was not very. started out very bad at the game, and slowly I got better. And those people are always, to me, some of the nicest people because they're very nice.
They don't give a crap. They're just there to have fun and
Yeah,
play
they
Pokemon.
know a lot about the game. Yeah, but they're there to have fun. Like they want to win. Like they know the winning strategies and stuff. And maybe they're not as good as the other people, but like at least they're not, like calling me names. like
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it's just one of those things that, like, if Pokemon was better, if it was just like a better game, I would have no problem like kind of like taking a step back into that and like competitive Pokemon. But like
Yeah.
just like they just need a good game to back it up. That's like all I want, you know?
Yeah, I'm really hoping Generation 10 or whatever the next Pokemon game is, even if it is a remake, God forbid it be a good remake.
Diamond and Pearl was not a good remake, in my humble opinion. They did not do enough to justify the remake.
Look, as someone who loves Diamond and Pearl,
They're
that
my
was my
favorite.
Pokemon, that was my first Pokemon game. Literally why I chose Hokkaido to live in. Full disclosure.
Oh my God, because it's based off the
Sinnoh.
Yeah, Sinnoh region is based off of Hokkaido. Yeah.
Yeah. Like.
The great land to the north.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Go
on.
I was so disappointed in the remake. I mean, it does what a remake is supposed to do.
Mm.
It has new graphics. It stayed true to the base game. Almost. They changed a few mechanics that ruined the game for me.
The underground was kind of cool. Like they made, I think they did make that better. Like they did flesh that out.
They did make they did make the underground better.
But that's literally it.
I was yeah, but the Pokemon Radar, which is how you would do shiny hunting, was difficult to do in the past generation, like in Gen 4, the original game. Because you had to follow strict rules and all this other stuff. They somehow managed to make it worse by making it where your chain that you've worked on can just randomly break for no reason.
I don't even know how it works. I'm gonna be honest.
So,
I never
like,
tried to shiny hunt. Ever.
Yeah, so it's like I'm trying to think of like an example. So basically, like you would knock out like 40 Pokemon in a row, but you had to do certain things to keep it the same 40 Pokemon. And you could if you ran into a different Pokemon, it would break your chain. Like it was 40 encounters that you had to also beat the Pokemon. And if you ran into a different Pokemon, it broke your chain. But there were ways to make sure that you would run into the same Pokemon over and over again. Right? So like it's still like a chance, But in this generation, in the new remake, they just added a random 10% chance where it would just break for no. So you would be going for like.
Why is this
3
even
hours.
in the original game? Of like
It was in,
like how did this even make its way into the game? Was this intentional or did
Shiny
someone
Hunt.
figure out that
Yeah. No, it was intentional. So you would get 40, like a chain of 40, and then if you found a shiny Pokemon, the grass would sparkle. And that's how you would know that you got the shiny Pokemon. But it also would help you find Pokemon with better IVs.
Yeah, like how are people supposed to know this?
and,
How is the layman supposed to know this?
It's a post-game thing. So whenever you find it, there is like a brief explanation on it.
Really?
But most people didn't go to the area that it was found in, because you had to complete the Pokedex and then you could get it. No, you had to have all of the Pokemon seen in the Sinnoh Pokedex.
Oh, that's reasonable.
And then you got this item. Yeah. Which you get that if you just fight every single trainer.
Yeah.
And then if you look at one book,
Yep.
you have seen all of the Pokemon in the Sinnoh region. So it
Um,
so yeah.
quick interjection, by the way. Full stack of or emerald blocks acquired.
Woo.
I am considering. Do I want to walk back home, or do I want to take uh do I want to wake up in my bed empty-handed?
That is always the question to ask.
Here, what are the coordinates for home? I see 10,000 on my block, and I know that Yep. All right, I know my answer. 3 diamonds, not worth it.
But yeah, my big problem with the remakes was like the battle frontier was gone. Like it just when you're coming off of like when you can compare it to Heart Gold and Soul Silver, where they just said, we'll just give you the battle frontier for no reason because we can,
Yeah.
and we'll give you Pokeathlon also for no reason because we can and because it's fun. And you're like, oh wow, thank you. You know, it's just like, you know, they just R.I.P. F's in chat. And they do things like that where they make it feel like, you know what, we really gave a crap about this game here, and we really wanted you to have the best like nostalgia trip, but also new experience as possible. And you can go back to the Kanto region, you can do all that fun stuff, and then you get like remakes like this where it's like, we did the bare minimum because you know what, you like the original game, so you'll like this one too.
And the weird thing is, it was outsourced. So like, it wasn't even Game Freak made it, which I think is interesting because normally
It's a
the
mainline
outsourced
game.
games have been like are the better games.
I'd like to be a fly on the wall of like that meeting of like what they were and weren't allowed to do. I'd be curious to see if they're like, well, you can't innovate because we don't want you messing things up, but also.
Yeah, but like, yeah, I was at first I was excited because I was like, this is what this is what people said they wanted. They wanted just a straight copy. Because some people didn't like Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire. I really enjoyed it. I understand.
I
why
never
people
played it.
would not. I really enjoyed having the twist on the game. But
Because in my opinion, there should be a reason to play that over the original. You know.
Yes, I agree. But
Screw us, right? But yeah, it's just a dang shame that they keep like they're clearly just pumping as many Pokemon out as they can, and like that's what this is all about. Like it just feels like, oh, you know, Scarlet and Violet, the only reason they were made is because they were the vehicle for 100 new Pokemon and 100 new plushies and 100 new subjects for trading cards, and it's like, yeah.
I unfortunately I agree. I think it's starting to it really showed in this game. There are some people I get annoyed with the people who are like Scarlet and Violet are the best Pokemon games and you people are just stupid and blind. I'm like, but like you can enjoy the games. I enjoyed playing through it.
I probably would too, but just not.
Yeah, like it was fun to play. But I'm one of the biggest fans I know, and you still got to address the game's problems, okay? Like, I'm not telling you that you can't enjoy the game. I'm just saying you got to be able to admit that it has some major flaws.
When all the bugs came out, I was like, oh, okay, well, I'm glad I didn't run out and buy this game day one because it was like.
There were so many of the problems could have been fixed with like a couple of months more work and some better play testing.
I was seeing some people on TikTok like defending like the poor performance because it's like, well, the Switch is a potato and you can't do anything about that because all these other games that run well on the Switch, excuses. And I'm like, okay, you can surmise all you want about, oh, the Switch is a potato and if you want this game to run better, like here we ran it on an emulator and it runs fine because it's got more power than the Switch. And if you want it to run better, what would you remove from the game to make sure it runs better? And I'm like, I'm not a programmer. You could be entirely right, but part of me is wondering, like, are they just going to come out with a patch like half a month or half a year later that rectifies all the performance issues and doesn't sacrifice anything, and we're going to sit there and be like, oh, so if you guys just worked on this for a couple more months, you'd be fine? Like, I don't know if that ever happened, but
It did. It fixed some of the bugs. The terror raids, they just suck. Because they tried to make it be a time-based thing, which I'm not sure who looked at Pokemon's gameplay and said, yes, let's make a turn-based game have a timed
a real-time strategy or
battle
whatever, yeah.
play. Yeah, like I was like, because
Turn page.
it like
Mhm.
yeah, it's the terror raid battles are awful. I just straight up don't do them anymore. In Sword and Shield, I would do those raid battles all the time. Like I would do them on my own. I would just sit and do them. I don't do that for Scarlet and Violet because they're so annoying to play. You can't even like it's hard to do even the basic ones by yourself sometimes because it just sucks. Um, but yeah, and I'm sure some of my opinion on that would change if I was in the States and I was able to like play the game more with some of my friends that play a lot. Especially for competitive. Like I know my big thing with this competitive season is that I don't have my friends who play the game here, so it's harder for me to want to play whenever we can't like strategize together. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's like trying to
some of
play
the social
soccer by
aspect is gone.
yourself. Yeah, like I guess soccer is a bad idea because it's got a team
It
play.
requires, yeah,
I
literally
yeah.
requires.
But I also can't like I can't go to any events here. Not only because I don't speak enough Japanese, but also because I don't think there are any local events. But also, the nearest one would be Asahikawa, and that's a long distance to go and play a Pokemon tournament that I'm probably gonna lose for. uh,
Mhm.
so, plus the Japanese competitive world is completely different than America. They have not theories, strategies. They have very different strategies. So
Expand your horizons.
yeah, I would love to if I got the nerve. Oh, I probably shouldn't flick random levers.
I thought you said
Why are you
lover.
flicking random levers?
I thought you said lover.
Yeah, levers. Pound being.
Thanks for the bits, Cracking Gavin.
Oh, I should probably get some.
Sorry, I didn't see that immediately.
This,
Welcome in. How you doing? I got some bits,
swear
guys,
to God, if
from
this
a
is the
random guy.
desert, I'm
2 bits.
Nice.
That's like
That's enough for a shave and a haircut.
twice as many as 1 bit.
All right, there's a bunch of
Why
chicken
not?
in town. Is there a place where I can cook said chicken? The raw chicken.
I don't know why
Random
I
chips.
can't hear my. I couldn't hear. Someone followed. And I couldn't hear that alert either. Which I'm wondering if it's like weird, funky, like it's all drowned out by the Minecraft. It's very possible.
cactus, cactus, cactus. Please.
Did you find it?
I'm gonna scream. I'm gonna scream if there is no cactus. Oh, there's a cactus! Single thing of cacti.
Actually, I want
Hi,
one
sir.
of those.
What?
if you can propagate them. I'd love
I shall.
one.
Oh, finally!
Sweeney.
I had to go into the settings for the server and
Look at the seed.
change it so that way that I could make myself the operator, so that way I could turn on cheats, so that way I could ask the game to locate this biome.
Cheater, cheater. Pumpkin eater.
But to be fair, I've traveled thousands of blocks in every direction, have not
Wait.
found
Oh,
this
that sounds like
tiny
justification.
little desert.
That means I died for nothing. You could have teleported.
I know, I'm
me.
sorry, Sam. No.
Can I at least have some iron as reconciliation?
You can have as much iron from my iron farm as you would like.
Oh, where's the iron farm?
At my base.
Do I have a fence post? I want to make a cactus garbage can.
Down.
I
Come back.
talked to my not yet girlfriend for the first time in like a week yesterday.
Oh.
She was having a monthly issue.
Oh.
And so she didn't want to
yeah,
talk.
those are always fun.
So she didn't want to talk to anybody for like a week.
That's understandable.
So I said, okay. And I was like, let's see, how many funny pictures do I send her? I was like, did you enjoy like me like contacting you? And she's like, well, half the time I was like, shut up, don't talk to me. But the other half the time I was thinking, oh, that's nice. So I'm like, okay, well.
Oh, that's nice.
You know.
Steps, right?
I was like, how'd I do? She's like, you get a 50%. I'm like, why? You reminded me of my ex who kept contacting me. The reason we broke up was I was trying to concentrate while during exam season he wouldn't shut up, and it kind of reminded me of him. And I was like, well, that's not my fault. You're not taking exams.
There's
You're
no
not
Allay in the
concentrating.
cage.
Yeah. There's no one doing what?
There was no Allay in the cage. I found a pillager outpost. It had no Allay. Sad panda.
But yeah, I was like, that's not my fault. I was asking consent whether he wanted the fun photos or not. But yeah.
I feel like there's a difference between like, here's a funny picture because I know you're in pain, versus
Hey, you want to hang out?
me while
I know you're studying. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, come on now.
That's why that's why one of my friends in college, well, the first boyfriend that she tried to date was literally just insane.
Oh, we love that.
But he was very, very clingy. And she was like, look, like, I'm in college, like, she wanted to be a doctor, like, be a nurse, right? Like, she got her medical degree and everything. Or I think, no, she wanted to be a mortician?
Something in medical, serious studying.
Yeah, I don't know what she did, but it took a lot, right? And she was not nursing. No, because we made fun of the nursing students because our school lost their credibility.
Rip.
Yeah, the nursing program at our school lost accreditation, which was really funny.
Really? Oh, good.
Yeah, now I
Okay.
forgot what I was talking about.
This crazy boyfriend that wouldn't leave her alone. Really
yeah.
clingy.
So she broke up with him, right? Because she was like, "You are too clingy. I just want to study and live my life." And he did not take that well.
I'm sure he didn't.
Yeah. And like they had only been dating for like a month. Nothing serious. Right? Like just
Boy got
just for
issues.
the record. Yeah. Like this was very early into their relationship. Which at this point I did not know either of them. So then I met Connor later. Fake names. And so like I met him like 2 months after they broke up, and he was best friends with Grace's roommate, right? And he like told me, he was like, yeah, Taylor's roommate is like a real like anything that you derogatory you could call a woman, he called her, and I was like, okay. I was like, I feel like she's not that awful of a person, but whatever. Like,
Yeah, maybe
I've
I'm
never
missing
met
some
her.
lore.
Yeah, I was like, I've never met her, and uh, she she has RBF really bad. So I was like, okay, well, like maybe she is a really mean person, right? Um, Come to find out, like as I observed both, because Taylor was in my earth science class that everyone was failing because the teacher thought it was a level 400 class and not a level 100 class. Um, and so he started talking about geothermics one day and was just like, yeah, so I'm going to skip this step
Who
because you guys
dis?
already know about this. And I was like, huh?
No?
I was like, I don't know anything about geothermal dynamics. Like, I only know what the word is because you said it. Like, that's it. Um, so I would go to her room for a study group. Um, and obviously Grace was there, and I was like, she is not that mean of a person. Like, she's really nice, like really kind of fun. And that's whenever I started putting the pieces together. Um,
Oh, you're just clinically
and
insane.
yeah, which it turns out he actually was. Um, he ended up dropping. He was supposed to be my roommate or suite mate. And he actually ended up dropping out of college. And I think was momentarily put into a mental institution. Because he went to a therapist who diagnosed him as bipolar, and he said he wanted to hurt people sometimes. So, uh,
They had
Yep,
they had to have a
sent him
conversation.
to
that'll
a
get you.
yeah. So they sent him to a little bit of a retreat. And I have not talked to him since. Um,
Well, you didn't rekindle your
His
best friend relationship with this very
um
stable man.
no, we did try because like so he was supposed to move into campus, and then he was like, "Hey, I'm not gonna do it this semester," and I was like, oh, "Okay," and he was like, "But I still want to hang out with you guys sometime." Um, and while we were hanging out, like this is the last time I saw him. This was before the whole like he found out he was bipolar and everything, and like got sent to a few days in in a mental institution or mental hospital. Um, we were just we were driving back from getting Sonic, and Grace was walking to her car, and he was like, "Why didn't you tell me that they were here?" Like, he was like, "Why are they here?" Like, I'm like, "They live here." I was like, "What am I supposed to do?" Like, huh? I was like, I can't control where they're like. Am I supposed to text them and be like, "Hey, we're walking on campus now. Please hide, so Connor doesn't have to see you." Like, I was like, "What am I
Please
supposed
hide
to
your
do about
face,
that?"
heathen.
Yeah, so he got mad at me for that. But the upside of that is that I got a free copy of Deadpool 2 because we didn't have a DVD player. So I had to put it. I had to do the digital download code, and so now on my YouTube is a free copy of Deadpool 2.
Nice. Still haven't watched that.
Well, if you want to come over
Someday.
sometime, we can watch it because I
Yeah.
own it.
Yeah,
We also do have a lot of DVDs, so.
yeah. My continues to get worried. I was like, so now that you're like not in pain anymore. Oh, frick! I have one too many babies. It's like, so that now that you're not in pain anymore, you wanna like start talking every morning again? She's like, not really. I'm like, oh.
Oh,
I was like, why not?
well.
She's like, oh, because I want to like wake up slower. Like I gotta take my time waking up. I'm like, okay. She's like, do you want to talk every morning? I'm like, yeah, that's why I asked. So I don't know what the deal is with that. I don't know. Yeah, he
Yeah,
didn't.
that's a little.
Yeah, I was like,
Only a little worrying because you're supposed to.
But yeah,
Uh,
I'm crashing at her place.
yeah. Well, if things go south, message Zach and maybe we can see if there's room in the Airbnb. Um, I'm not making any promises because I'm not the owner of the Airbnb.
The renter or whatever.
I
Yeah.
am also well, I'm also a tag-along in this situation, but
Yeah.
if you
I'm
don't
like
have a
mildly
place to sleep,
concerned.
you know. Yeah, I feel like you should figure out a way to mention that before you get to Tokyo, because that would not be it would not be ideal to try to find a hotel last minute on Obon weekend. Oh, I
Obon.
butchered that.
Yeah.
Obon. You know.
Gonna be
Yeah. The other,
a
the
fun
other,
time.
the other,
Pokemon World.
the other fun thing is that uh, it's like exactly a week from now or a month from now, and if she just got off, like she's not gonna be a cheery individual.
Oh.
Like it's like perfectly lined up too.
Yeah.
So I'm like,
The stars are not aligning in your favor right now. That
Bring her lots of chocolate.
yeah, I'll get some initial ideas coming up in my head. Yeah, I'm like, bro, like even if you don't want to do, like, I just want the spot on your floor. Like that was the initial request, you know.
yeah. I just wanna
I just
find a
wanted,
place to sleep.
I canceled my hotel for this, you know, because it is kind of like either way, like both ways. It is kind of unfortunate that like I'm going to be like since she works in the medical field, um, even though she had theoretically enough days to request off like the whole time, like she has enough time off like built up where she has enough days for the for the week that I'm there. She's like not allowed to request a whole week in a row off because of like scheduling. So there's
yeah.
so like literally day number 1, I'm like coming from Yokohama and then like showing up. She's meeting me at the station, and then we're just we're gonna go to her place, after dinner. Like so the plan is like I'm gonna eat dinner in Yokohama, which I probably need to talk with you guys if I'm going to do that with y'all.
What day is that?
Oh, the 11th.
Is that the day that we're
It's day 1 of the tournament.
what day are we? So our Yokohama plans are a little different.
Okay.
We're gonna be spending most of the time in Tokyo, instead because we didn't get the spectators pass for Worlds, and we didn't get any of the other events. So we're just going for our Pokemon Center day.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, I'm going back for my Pokemon Center day, but I already planned.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I already did the Shinkansen to Yokohama, so I guess that's where I'm going.
Yeah, we're gonna spend a few days, like not a few days. We're gonna spend one day in it. Let me see what day that was. What day are we spending the day in Yokohama? 12th.
Okay.
Wait, no, the 11th.
Okay, so that's the day I'm going to be arriving. I'll be arriving at about noon or something, or like 2, maybe noon. Early afternoon, I'll be arriving there. I have it written down somewhere. I got to figure out what the frick am I going to do with my luggage?
Dude, that's the question.
Because I'm not staying in Yokohama. I'm just going to like be there for a few hours. And then yeah, I'm like meeting my crush
So
in Tokyo, and then we're gonna go and crash at her
yeah,
house.
so Zach and his gang will be spending the 11th in Yokohama, just kind of doing whatever until
Yeah.
my time at 6:40, and then I'll be spending big bucks at the Pokemon Center.
Touching.
Yeah, Bailey and I have already made a list of the things that we want, our backup plans in case they don't have those things that we want, and yeah.
Yeah. So we'll see. because it's gonna be interesting that like on the 11th I'm gonna return. We're gonna spend the night. You know, I'm gonna spend the night at her house, her apartment, and then we're gonna like wake up, eat breakfast together, and then be like, okay, well,
Bye.
bye. Yeah, and she's gonna go to work, and then I'm going to go meet another Dead by Daylight friend, and we're gonna hang out that day. And then
Oh, that'd be fun.
the 13th, though, we're going. Yeah, the 13th, though, we're gonna spend the whole day together. At least that's the plan. And then we're gonna go at some point into to Yokohama. And well, not at some point, but at like 2 or whenever. I was like 3:40 to 4 p.m. or whatever is my time. But she was like, oh, so like only you're gonna go in? I'm like, no, I made sure to request 2 tickets. She's like, oh, cool. So I was like, all right, good. Positive response. Yeah. But she told me, I mean, this is gonna be me being mildly mopey here, but it's like, she's like, yeah, I think we were talking too much before. And I'm like, I should have asked, well, did you enjoy talking too much?
Yeah, but I mean,
It's like, I get it, but at the same time, it's like,
yeah.
come on, man. Throw me a bone here.
I mean, you guys are very early
Yeah.
in relationship. Like, it sometimes is exhausting to talk to someone every single day.
Yep. You kind of have to work up to like being used. Is she an introvert?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Even
a lot of social.
even being married to my wife for almost 3 years, there are still times where I'm just sick and tired of her presence.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But it's we did do a little bit of a decent amount, because like it was like, okay, you know, she would come I would do my DVD stream every week and she would come around most times, and then it was like, you know, we were paying a little bit, kind of started asking, oh, free time, you want to try playing? And then it was every morning, and then it became every morning and night. But yeah, I kind of liked the both, because like nighttime is like the more like chill emotion conversations. Like if there's any like deeper things, it's kind of just a nice time to talk about it, and then you just go to sleep and you don't have to worry about it for the rest of the day, you know? And then the morning is just kind of the fun, like, oh, we're starting our day. Wait. Doing whatever. Yeah. Well, she was like, yeah, nighttime's fine. For sure. But like, I don't know about mornings. You're worrying me here.
Well, I will say, I know I don't like talking to many people in the morning sometimes. I only do it now because I have to. If I don't like if I don't message my friends in the morning, I'm not talking to them. Because they're asleep, right?
Yeah.
Bailey gave me a dirty look whenever I said that.
The wife
Yeah,
does
'cause
not
we-
approve.
We have to. But there are times where I'm like, man, it's too early to be communicating. I've got one friend in particular that I like talking to him, but I talk to him for his evening, right? So he's been up all day watching whatever, playing whatever game. So by the time that I message him, he's got like a whole list of things to talk about, and I'm like, I don't have the energy right now. Like, I just woke up. But
Well, the thing is, she told me, she's like, I just like listening to people. And I like talking. I personally like talking. So it's like, it kind of just works out for the most part.
and are these? So these are like not over the text, over text conversations.
No,
They're, like,
we
phone
call,
calls.
yeah. Yeah, we video call.
Okay.
I get to talk
Yeah,
with her
I
forehead
guess-
every night.
Yeah. I can see that getting exhausting after a little bit sometimes. So I don't think it's like a you problem.
Yeah,
I just think
that's the kind of
so-
thing. And the other thing is, like, obviously I'm not gonna go too deep into the personal stuff because, yeah, I'm not freaking live on the internet. But
yeah. Sometimes I forget about that. So if I ask a question that's too personal,
I'm like,
just
I'm not gonna
just
answer that.
remind
Yeah,
me.
no, don't worry about that.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's the she. I think recently she's like, cause she said the last time, like, oh, well, we're not dating yet, so I don't want to, say this or talk about this or whatever. And I'm like, I mean, okay, but like, you don't have to artificially like inhibit yourself, right? I'd be like, oh, well, I'm not technically dating this guy, so I'm not gonna talk to him about like this thing that's too private. That would only talk like for example, kind of a silly-ish thing is like she's like, oh, well, I'm only gonna show my face without makeup to my family and my boyfriend, and you're not that yet, so you don't get to see. And I'm like, okay, like that's fine. Like I'm not gonna be like, well, you should do it anyway. But it's just one of those things where it's like, uh, I mean, we're going in that direction, so like I don't completely get why, right? And it's been kind of a situation where like if she showed me before and then now it's like, well, actually you're not my boyfriend, so I'm not gonna do that. It'd be a little like, yeah, like I'm kind of like, what's the point of backtracking? Like why bother hold yourself back? I don't know. So that like
Can
I'm
you not put cactus in dirt?
I think cactus has to be sand.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, so that's like part of my worry is like once when we do start dating, confidence, um, like will a lot of those problems be like she genuinely is just like, yeah, okay, I was just apprehensive because we weren't officially dating, but now like I'm fine with talking about XYZ and I can, do this and that and the other thing, or is it just gonna be like, actually, I still don't want to talk about whatever. Who knows?
I think that depends on what it is.
Yeah, for sure.
Like, yeah, because there are some things that I wouldn't talk about with. I was gonna say with you guys, but I talk with you guys a lot, so I probably would talk about it with you guys. Um, like there's some people on the Discord. Like, let me think. Like maybe like Amy from the Discord group. Like there are things that I would be all like, I don't feel comfortable talking about that with you, just because like she's a nice person, but I don't know her that well, right?
Yeah.
But like there are things that I would talk about with you guys, and there are also things. Oh my god, this Minecraft music is blasting right now. It'd been fine all day until just then. Um. Anyway, like, but I'm sure if I got to know Amy more, then it would change. But there are some things, some people I know that like it doesn't matter how well you know them. If that's not something they want to talk to you about, like,
Yeah. That's what I'm wondering, because like I don't want to be like psychoanalyzing her or anything, but there's some things where I'm like, is this something that you like genuinely have a really good reason of not sharing, or is this something you're just kind of scared of what will happen if you do, even though it won't?
Yeah.
Which I don't know. I don't know. I genuinely don't know. Obviously, if she would tell me, then I would know. But then if the problem is she doesn't want to tell,
Yeah.
Yeah. So
It's one of those.
I have no clue.
Human nature.
Of course, it doesn't help when your
I will say-
mood is going crazy because of
Yeah.
factors out of your
But
control.
I will say also though, as someone who is relatively like an open book, I sometimes have some trouble understanding people who aren't open books because I'm like, why
Yes.
would you wanna share that? So if that's how you are,
That's
I'm not gonna say if that's how you are. I know that's how you are because you have to be an open book whenever you're a streamer sometimes.
well, not necessarily. You can have very
Well,
private
not
people. Yeah.
necessarily. Yeah, like, but still, you have to be you still have to be a decently open about some things.
No, I wear my heart on my sleeve. Absolutely.
Yeah. So I'm sure that's like also not gonna
Yeah.
help you be all like, I don't get why.
Yeah, there are some times where I'm definitely like, just tell me whatever. It's not gonna have negative consequences, I promise. I know this, but then whoever, not not even just with her, like with a variety, a multitude of people.
People in general, yeah.
Yeah, they're like, I don't really want to tell you this. I'm like, I 100% promise, nothing bad will become of it. But it's like obviously it's their private information, it's their choice. Like I'm not gonna be like, well, you're wrong. You actually don't have anything to worry about, so I'm going to make you. You will tell me about it. No, like that's not how that works.
Yeah. I use oversharing now to help me get out of things like work, man. Like back in the States, I'd be all like, hey, I'm not feeling too well today. I would always be all like, sometimes it wasn't the truth, but I'd be all like,
I have explosive diarrhea.
hey, I've got diarrhea. My favorite thing is one time I messaged, I was like, because like my stomach was like upset while I was at work one day, and I like, was telling people, I was like, hey, just so you know, like, if I say I've got to run, let me run, you know, um, and so I texted my principal the next day and I just said, I'm going to spare you the graphic details. I won't be coming into work today. I was fine. I just didn't feel like going to work that day.
Oh my God.
Like,
I'm gonna grab some water real quick. I'll not be 20 seconds.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13.
I'm back.
14. Ah, you
Oh.
did it.
Were you guys timing me?
I was counting.
Sam was totally counting.
I mean, you have to. When someone gives a specific time, like 20 seconds, like
Yeah,
you gotta know
that's
that they're
yeah,
serious.
If you didn't do that, if you didn't say that without meaning to issue a challenge, then that's just on you.
Yeah, if I said I'll be back in a few, or in 2 seconds, obviously. Just give me 1 second. 1. You're done.
Who's over there? I see a name tag.
It's Popal.
It's me. I'm harvesting your.
Hello.
I accidentally forgot and produced another baby, so I made another little farmer stand for him. But yeah, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 farmers that can trade for pumpkins.
Oh, where are you guys at?
I'm in my house in the swamp.
I'm making a cactus farmer. Super quick lack.
Is this a mob farm over here?
Probably. There's a lot of mob farms.
Well, this one doesn't have a roof.
Oh no, and that's the villager trading hall. Surrounded by leaves. Where you at, Sam? No? Where you at?
It's made out of cobalt. No, that's not cobalt. Basalt.
Oh, that's Ashlyn's in the process slime farm
Ah,
that she's been working on for like ever.
I see.
Hello.
Hi,
Ouch.
take me to Carl's house. I want to see this.
You're pretty
farm.
close.
Welcome to my house. It's
Sam.
my house.
Carl's gonna be the next
Sam.
Weird Al. What? Am I going the wrong
You're
way?
like, take me to Carl's house, and then I'm trying to take you to Carl's house, and you're wandering off.
I get lost very easily in this game. For obvious reasons.
Man gets lost and continues to wander, even though we're always taught never wander when you're lost. You're like my wife.
My wife.
Well, but if I stand still, then I'm in the way. Right. Like in a car, if I get lost, I just keep driving because if I stop, I'm in the way. I'm a problem.
No, they'll go around you. Down the hole.
Is this where the villagers are?
Yeah. This
Oh,
is his
wait,
base.
Frostbarker's off, right? Okay.
Yeah, that's a problem.
Maybe.
Wow. Really popped off since the last time I was here.
Bro, you have no idea what I'm capable of here. I'm absolutely insane.
No, do you?
All right. I'm probably gonna move
Got a
this to a different
Minecraft
place,
system?
but
Can I go for a ride?
Nope.
no, it doesn't go anywhere.
Not unless you want to die.
All right, hey guys, I made this ridiculously stupid bathtub. Y'all want to see it?
Yes, I love bathtubs.
All right, come up here. Oh wait, you can't even get inside it. It's so stupid.
Emerald bathtub?
Yep. Very nice.
Two bros.
Chilling in an emerald bathtub. Hey, we are kind of 5 feet apart. It's like
Yeah,
what?
a block is
1 meter.
a meter. So if we go back to the corner, it's probably about 5 feet. What are you doing?
What are you doing, Gary? Where you go? You wanna come join us in the emerald bathtub?
Trying to get this cactus farm working. I'm not 100% sure I've made it right. Oh, I ended up under the farm.
Are you here?
Let's say, because I keep hearing the villagers, I keep thinking that there's someone else here.
I'm not sure I make it.
Loose there for a
right.
second, Carl.
So all of
I
these
might
can
have to
trade for
look up how to make
pumpkins.
these. Carl, you ever made a cactus farm before?
No.
I usually just do it the old-fashioned way.
Yeah, I was
walk
gonna
up,
say you just.
punch them. But I know they're relatively simple. I've just never made one before, so I'm not exactly.
Yeah, I don't know how
I
it
can't.
all sorts
I'll
out.
look it up. It's fine. They're planted, so they're growing.
So you get emeralds, and then what?
You can use the emeralds for
Yeah, I
other.
don't know what he's doing. What he's gonna do with all the emeralds.
Yeah, but
He's got a way to make them now.
Yeah, I'm gonna. Well, one thing I want to do, and I probably should have done way sooner, was get a fletching table.
How's the farm going?
My farm? My emerald farm?
What's up, guys? You still alive? Yeah, you still alive.
I can change that. How'd you get up there? Oh, it's down here. What's this button
Nope.
do?
It dispenses a minecart.
Yeah, eat the
The
babies.
villager breeder.
The babies. So what do I
helped him
want?
make it. Though he had to build on bedrock, so I made it extra specially hard.
Oh, you know it. All right.
Which is
how do-
why the pickup system doesn't work right.
It's fine.
Because I cannot physically make it do the thing.
Whatever.
It's fine. What I wanted to make. How do you even make a fletching table?
I think you need 2 flint.
Wow, it's not even in my inventory. How do
It's
I?
not mine either. What the heck? I've made a fletching table. I have 2 dudes with fletching tables.
Well, now it's here. I
sometimes
don't know why
think that
it's.
it was
Yeah, I don't know why the heck it wasn't showing up. Oh, maybe because I was
I'm like,
searching
what
while
is the
not at a
point
crafting table, and it's
Oh, yeah, I forget that it does that.
because yeah, it's.
Like, I just want to know the recipe. I don't care.
If I can make it right now or not, yeah.
Yeah.
Up, up, and away.
Oh gosh.
I love that bubble elevator.
Me too. I love bubble elevators. They're so much fun.
Realized I just sent that minecart going and I have no way to pick that up. We'll have to remedy this situation.
Where did you go?
To do things. I'm removing this really obnoxious wooden tower placed for the sex farm that never turned into a sex dungeon.
A what?
Huh?
I have weird friends.
What
Don't-
did you
don't
just
question it.
I remembered that.
say? What did you just say?
The sex dungeon that didn't turn into a sex dungeon.
Why are you having a dungeon of this
Well,
variety?
they made a sex dungeon. It's just not where this thing is.
But it's
Dungeons and
Minecraft.
Dragons, the
There's
marker.
no. It's rated PG.
I hate to tell you this, but my friends are weird.
I got a package
Actually, I
today.
don't hate to tell you this because
Kind of cool, and they pull up the driveway, and then I can see them. And then he kind of looks at me, and he said, "Hello," and I'm like, "Oh, cute." So I was cooking some gyoza, so I literally just opened up the screen door and stepped out on the porch, and he said, "Is this you?" He didn't say that. He didn't say it in English, but yeah. And I was like, "That's me. That's the Gaijin name right there. I'm one of like 30 in this town. Probably less. I wonder how many Gaikokujins are actually in this town. How many
Yeah,
white
I want to
guys?
know how many are in my town. Though I haven't seen the Mormons in a while. So we're improving, but
yay.
Yeah, I did had someone trying to contact me about religion, and I'm like, are you kidding me?
yeah, Bailey said that some Jehovah's Witnesses came up to the door one time.
Yeah.
She was like, I don't speak Japanese. And then they continued to speak in
Oh,
Japanese
that doesn't deter them.
even faster, and she was just like, okay. That reminds
I'm
me.
gonna close the door slowly now.
I wish we had a Japanese speaker with us last week, because we were at our local festival. We literally just went to get lunch, right? Like we'd already spent like a few hours at the festival the day before, so we just went. I think this was Saturday. We only went. No, this was Sunday. Would have been. No, it was Saturday. That's right. Yeah. So we went just for lunch. Like that's we just wanted some yakitori and some yakisoba.
Some yakitori
Yakisoba.
and some yakisoba.
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 That's a Midwestern accent on that, real good.
Yeah.
So we go. I have to set up the premise that I'm American.
American this.
The story. Yeah. So this old guy like sees us from away, right? Like I make like awkward eye contact with them, and he waves, and I'm like, okay, this is just gonna be your typical conversation with an old man, who wants to try and use his English. Like, it's fine. It is what it is. I'm used to it, right? And he says hello, and he was like, "What country are you from?" Only he said that in like Japanglish.
Well, yeah.
He said Doko country.
Doko
It was like
country?
yeah, like it was half Japanese, half in English.
Honestly, it's worse when they do that.
Yeah, I was really confused on what he said at first, and then he was like country, and I was like, oh, okay. I'm like America. He was like, oh, okay, and then he said something else, and then the next question he asked me was if I knew any German Americans.
Why?
German Americans?
Why?
No. He asked, he was like, do you know any German Americans? And he was like, are you German American? I was like, no.
Why this specific fascination with German Americans, sir?
Yeah. Well, I was like, German Americans. He was like, like Tom Cruise and Jack Nicholson. And I was like,
What do
they're
you
German
mean?
American?
What do you
Yeah, I was
mean?
like, huh? And so then that's whenever he asked me, he was like, "Are you German American?" I was like, "No." And then he was like, "Oh, so you're a Jew?" And I was like, "Also
What do you
no." I was
know?
like,
What are you talking about?
I was like, I need help connecting the dots here, because I mean, I know one thing that connects the dots. You
Yeah.
cannot be connecting the dots in this situation.
Yeah, Japan,
Not in this
Germany, and
conversation.
Jews. I don't want to do that.
Yeah. I was like, no. And then he asked Bailey if she was German American, which she's blonde haired, blue eyed,
I know for a fact.
kind of hard to lie.
Disney.
Yeah, last name Dieter used to be Dietrich, but they changed it because it sounded too German during the World War II. Um, so I was like, "What are you doing?" I was like, "Huh?" And I was hoping that was going to be the end of the conversation. And then again, I don't even know what language he was speaking. There was, I think, Japanese, random English words tossed in. He was saying something about Donald Trump.
Oh no, I don't
God.
want to.
Something,
Yeah, I don't care what he's talking about. I don't want to. I don't care what
yeah.
side of anything he's
Well-
on. I don't want to get in a conversation with a Japanese person about Donald Trump.
Yeah, I don't either. And I was, but like I couldn't run away. Like really, like I didn't know what to do. Like it was there was no one around nearby. Like the first time in the whole time of the stinking festival, not a single student of mine decided to walk by for me to go like, "Hi, student," and run away. Um,
Retreat.
yeah. But he started listing off random countries, which I was like, okay, he's gonna do like the spiel of like he doesn't like foreigners, and he like stopped all of these. But he listed London, France, Germany,
London, huh?
and yeah, like London.
Specifically
He
London.
literally said London. Yeah, and he also said Europe, um, and France. And I was
And you're
like,
like, where are
I
you
was like,
going with this? What's the point?
yeah. And then he was like, Donald Trump does not like the foreigners.
And I was like, okay, yeah, that's
Yeah,
true.
but you listed off the countries that most Americans are okay with. Um, and then he went on another, like, it went on for like a minute, and he was just rambling on. And I literally, like, he paused. I think he asked a question. I think I heard a deska of some kind. And I literally just said, Jamatane, and we booked it.
Ja, matane. Oh, bye bye.
Bailey said she tried to be nice and say, we're going to go eat, like a tabete kudasai, please let us eat.
Tabesasete.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Please eat.
I just,
Please eat. Wait, what?
yeah.
Shut up.
I just left. I was like, we booked it, and I was like, I'm gonna turn around on occasion and make sure he's not following us home, because our apartment is right next to the park that the festival was at.
Bro,
And I was like,
I'm gonna miss my town's festival because I'm on vacation. I'm kind of upset. I'm not gonna lie. I miss
I don't
Rocket
know if they're doing
Matsuri.
anything- I
Rocket.
don't know if they're doing anything for Obon.
Obon. Yeah, don't be doing the don't be doing the Romaji pronunciation on us. Don't be doing the American pronunciation on us. Come on now.
Okay, but to be fair, I like just learned about that.
Obon.
The correct pronunciation like today. So
Wow. Yeah, I always I was like cringing today, or not today, the other day, when like right, being an assistant teacher, don't plan. There's a lot of lessons where we don't plan, and we just show up, and then they just say, "Here, read this." And so it was like sports, and they had martial arts, and so it was like, okay, kendo, that's fine, judo, that's fine, and then they go to karate, and I'm like, oh God, how do I tell them how we pronounce this? I was like, okay, well, I'm absolutely not going to say that you're wrong if you say karate, because that it's a Japanese word, and pronouncing it with a Japanese, I will never, ever, ever ding you for that. But that being said, in America, when we read the Anglicization of it, the Romanization of it. We say karate.
Karate. Yeah. It's like
Saki.
karaoke.
Karaoke. Saki.
Saki.
Saki. Yeah, which is funny because it's
I
like,
think that's the one with. I
it's
think I've
gross.
always said sake, never sake.
Tokyo.
whatever.
Tokyo, yeah.
Tokyo. Yeah. I'm
Tokyo.
trying to think. of
Anime.
other-
Anime.
I still call it anime sometimes when I'm getting real excited.
Well,
about
that
it.
that one's
Maybe
more
realize that
acceptable
I
in my
used to.
opinion because it's animation, right? Like it is kind of it's a it's a gaidaigo.
It was our word first.
Yeah.
They used it. And
Yeah.
They didn't wash it off before they returned it, okay? So now we gotta
Yeah.
I mean,
Manga
they learned
versus
from the
manga.
best because America doesn't do that either.
manga is sorry, that's not there's no defense.
Yeah, it's always manga.
Yeah. That's an actual kanji word.
Yeah.
I don't remember
if
what
I
kanji.
I think I unintentionally have called it manga. Like whenever I'm just not thinking.
Mangoes.
I always do manga.
Yeah, that's what I think. Anyone says manga.
Mangoes.
Like, are you having a stroke while trying to say mango? Oh, excuse me. Ooh, we got some iron over here. That's very nice.
All right. I had a
Sam,
full
did you get any iron from the iron farm?
I did.
Okay, cool.
I took 2 stacks.
I had a full double
want some
chest of
block?
pumpkins, and they've all been converted into diamonds. Every single one.
Diamonds?
Or emeralds. I have 55
I was about to be like,
emerald
how you
blocks.
converting to diamonds?
Cheating.
Yeah, you're like, dang, you really improved that farm fast.
I got
I
55
mean,
emerald
I have
blocks.
mans who sells diamond stuff, so I don't really need it, but
I got 55 emerald blocks plus my emerald bathtub.
nice.
Yeah.
When are you gonna spend them all?
We'll see.
We'll see.
The bathtub is made out of 22 emerald blocks.
I'm a cat.
Meow meow.
Neko-chan.
Yeah, I found a cat with my name.
Oh yeah, so I
Huh.
absolutely should have recorded more YouTube stuff yesterday in Umi no Hi, but I was like, day off. So I spent the first part of the day talking with actually an actual American on Hello Talk. Like,
What?
oh my God, it's another baby. Why is there another baby here? What do I do with it?
You fed too much.
Yeah,
I thought you were talking about the Hello Talk.
no. So I talked with her on her.
birds.
I saw she was live streaming, and of course we don't live stream at the same, often. Like we don't use Hello Talk at the same time often. But.
I've got a question, a problem. How do I
Yeah.
get out of the iron golem trap?
Oh shit, Sam!
Kill yourself. Oh God, I didn't mean it that way.
No,
I didn't mean it that way. Like in
No,
Minecraft,
don't do
literally
any
in
of that,
Minecraft.
I'm going straight for the lava.
Hop up.
Literally in Minecraft.
I figured that was the solution, but I thought it would be funny to be all like, I fell in here.
Oh,
There's no-
sometimes when
there's
I
no
fly,
guardrail, okay?
yeah, when I fly this way, sometimes I
Land in it.
hit it. Yeah. My sheep.
But yeah, I was like on her stream for like 2 hours. Like just kind of, I got up, got dressed, and then sat back down on my bed. Like I was like just chilling, not talking to my not girlfriend. So
Damn.
Yeah.
There you go.
and then a Japanese
Took it off.
Thank you.
friend person that I saw on my Twitch was streaming with one of her friends. Oh my God, I've got 2 babies here. Holy crap.
2 babies.
I guess I'm just gonna.
Murder babies.
Where can I launch our minecart from? I want to go on a minecart ride. Where's the start?
I mean, you could pop a minecart at the top here and then ride down it.
Okay.
It ends up in the villager breeder. I'm sure you can figure out how to get back out.
I'm a big boy. I can figure it out.
But yeah, I ended up playing on her stream for way too long, playing some Dead by Daylight with her, and one of her friends. And one of them lives in
If
Tokyo.
it makes a good day, it's not a waste.
But then I was like absolutely like, oh my god. You know, I need to record stuff before I go to work because I can edit at work, but I can't record at work, you know.
Yeah.
So I definitely should have recorded more.
Push you.
Thanks.
Bye, Sam. Rip. Nice knowing you.
Does it only work one way?
It works the other way. You gotta do it just right, though. Here you come.
I don't know what I did, but I did it right. Maybe I'll make a roller coaster.
You should. Make a roller coaster over the lake that separates your house from the main base area.
Yeah, that would take a while, but I'll try. I might be crazy enough to do that. Not tonight.
Just AFK for some iron. Just take it all.
Yeah, I might do that sometime. But I think I'm going to.
I was gonna say it's almost 9.
off. Yeah,
Is it really?
Yep.
Oh my god, I gotta get up in the morning. Ugh.
All right. Well, I guess I'll call it there then.
Yeah.
Abruptly. Bye, folks. I'll see you later.
Bye.
Disconnecting. Okay. Thank you, everybody, for coming out. If you like what you saw and you're not following, feel free to follow to be notified of when I next go live. If you are already following and you would like to check out my other social media, you can do so in the description below if you're on desktop, or if you're on mobile, you can type ! Whatever the platform name is, and my bot will show you the link if I got it. If you would like to support the channel, just showing up, viewing, lurking, more than enough support for me. But if you'd like to support the channel monetarily, you can do so by cheering, donating, or subscribing. It's free with Amazon Prime. Info on how to set that up in the description. In any case, stay safe out there, folks. Get vaccinated, get boosted. Don't leave your house unless you need to. Unless you are. Yeah, do it. Wash your hands. Bye.